Okay. Brand new stream because the other one broke. I love YouTube so much. YouTube's great. YouTube's fantastic. Um, it would be really great if there was a way for me to communicate with my subscribers on YouTube in some way. It'd be great. Okay, is the audio any better? The one person who's hopped in. I switched microphones. I don't know who the one person is though. Okay, it sounds fine now. Well, let's hope the other two people who were in my other stream that was broken find their way over here. Yeah, my other stream, the audio is apparently messed up. So that's fun. And then in my attempts to try to fix it, it disconnected. So now I don't like how YouTube's laid out now. It's very annoying. So, yo, my name's also Elizabeth. That's what Lizzie is short for. Makes sense. I guess YouTube Studio Beta? Is that how I can get rid of my videos? I don't like the new layout. Okay. I'll just put it on unlisted and then figure out how to delete it later. Yeah, the new YouTube layout is all kinds of wonk, and I don't like it. I also wish there was a way to communicate with your subscribers other than like making a video before you get 1,000 subs. Because you can start posting on the community tab when you have 1,000 subs, but you can't do it before that. Because they don't like small creators. Because there were 2 people in the stream before it broke. So hopefully they find this one. And if you hear like crinkling of a plastic bag, it's because my cat. Hello, Thief Queen. Hopefully Katie figures it out. I feel really bad. Yeah, I was trying to fix it because I thought maybe it was like a connection thing. And like while I was trying to fix it, the stream just like stopped. And I was like, oh, great, fun. There's like a shadow that always makes it look like I have something in my tooth, but I don't. It's so fun. I love it. It's the best. My cat likes plastic bags, so he's on my bed right now, just sort of laying on one because he's a weirdo. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. I downloaded OBS, so maybe I'll be able to figure out how it works. If it opens ever. OBS, why you no open? No, no. Chaos will ensue. My cats are sniffing each other. Yeah, OBS not opening. Yes, I want to exit this. I don't need it anymore. Let's open OBS. So yesterday was fun. I streamed for 3 hours unintentionally. Did not mean to do that. Why isn't OBS opening? That's all kinds of fantastic. No, it says nothing else is open except Google Chrome. Maybe I'll figure out OBS later. So that would just let me put things on the screen. So when I talk about them, you can see what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, Vivian. You have so much energy today. I was scrolling through Closet of Frills. It was fun. Some people have really creative ideas for their outfits. I just really like. Yeah, she does have the zooms. She zooms a lot. Gil used to zoom more than he does, but I think he's so big now. I don't know. I wish there was a way for you to like message subscribers. So I know that's not how that works, but a lot of different peeves. Oh, like things people don't like. And they just shove it all together and it's like, oh, let this cord trigger you into oblivion. Well, I do have a hair tie. I don't really have any peeves. I don't think. I think maybe the only like frustration I have is when people don't wear a petticoat or some sort of puff under their skirt of any kind at all. Like I'm from Iowa and it gets really hot and humid in the summer and I get it, but that's what hoop skirts are for. Um and I guess I get a little frustrated. I guess I get a little frustrated when I see dresses that they clearly just bought off of like, oh my god, Vivian, you were crazy. When they clearly just like bought Lily like just a random dress they found on the online and like didn't add anything to it at all. I'm sad that Katie hasn't found this stream yet. I wish I could like tell her. I'll share this one to my Facebook because maybe she follows me on Facebook. On a page I manage. I need to delete the other page because I don't need it anymore. Yeah, the shape is like the most important part of Lolita. And so if you don't have the shape or you're just like walking around in some like random dress that you bought on the internet with no petticoat, nothing on your head, like nothing, there was just no effort. That's the other thing is it's like Lolita's not like wearing normal clothes, so like you do have to put in some effort. Holy crud! Do you like? Are you hunting a ghost or something? You just teleported from under my chair to my bed. You're crazy. So yeah, it gets really hot in the summer, and so at the convention that I go to, there are a lot of, like, people who are clearly very new to Lolita. Um, and hashtag Lolita fashion. Um, Jeez, Vivian, you're zooming everywhere. Oh, we got 3 people. Is it Katie? Is it Katie? Oh, now there's 4. Vivian, if you come here, I'll hold you. You don't want to be held? Come here. Oh, you want to lay on the plastic bags? Is that what you want to do? Yay, 4. I'm so popular. Oh, now there's 5. I thought that if I streamed in the middle of the day on a Monday, I'd get like no one. You just zoom in. You're zoomy zoom zoom. Yeah, I just see tons of people at that con that like just clearly bought a dress off of like AliExpress or something. Hi, stranger. And winter in Arizona? Sure don't. Um, I have lots of winter ideas, but really in Arizona? Like this is what it looks like outside for me right now. I can't. Wow, in Arizona? Holy buckets. Yeah, so ideas to stay warm? Yeah, it's a snow day here in Michigan, so that's why I'm not at an elementary school taking care of little kiddios. Um, so yeah, things you can do to stay warm while wearing a cord in winter. Um, layer, 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 layer. Now, also keep in mind that if you're going to a meet and you're going to be inside during that meet, you don't want to dress too warmly. Um, yeah, a long sleeve cardigan is good. Also, if you layer tights underneath your OTKs or anything, like just putting multiple, because my legs are always what's really cold for me, because it's the place where there's the least amount of fabric. Um, so your legs are where you really want to layer. Hmm. I always wear tights under my OTKs anyway, so that the friction keeps them from sliding down. It's nice. So, I teach English in the mornings to kids in China, so I have a perpetual mess of alphabet flashcards on my desk, and they just sit here and make fun of me. A good place to get like solid color tights that fit nicely and come in lots of colors is We Love Color. I have a lot of pairs of tights from there. They have a lot, they custom dye their tights, so they come in a lot of colors. Yeah, they're not very expensive, but they come in a ton of colors, so it's easy to find one that'll match your outfit. And they come in like uber plus size too. It's nice. It's um It's not bad to like just do in general to get like a nice thin pair of hose of some kind that give you friction to keep your OTKs up. The other thing is if you wear wigs, a wig in the winter is the best because it functions as like a hat. And if you do some sort of style that covers your ears, like you don't have to worry about anything else. And then I frequently will wear a beret in the winter. She still has the zooms. Hey, buddy. Um, so like wigs are great in the winter. I grew out my own hair so that I didn't have to wear a wig in the summer. Oh my god, my cat is everywhere right now. Yeah, baby, come here. I want to hold you. I like holding her. She doesn't always like being held. Come here. You're looking at me like you know I'm trying something. Oh! No, she Vivian is I don't have simple words. She's not camera shy. I use her for I exploit her for my classes all the time to get rebookings from people because kids love little cats and she's a little cat. She's a little baby cat. Gil's the one that doesn't like being held. He's the one that hates being handled. He's so big too. He's such a big boy. Vivian, what do you have? Probably something you're not supposed to. Oh my god, you just materialize in places. Vivian, come here. I might go get one of my hedgehogs, but I don't know. They're kind of dirty. They need a bath. So we have somebody in Arizona. Is everyone else in the US? Vivian, that wig is not for you. Not for you. Come here. Oh, captured. You're in Michigan. I'm in Michigan. Captured. Are you in the Michigan Com? Are you somebody I should know? Can you have a moment of calm for me? Can you have a moment of calm for me? No? You are stinky. What did you do? Wow, you are stinky. You are the stinkiest baby. You're so mad. I think that means the litter box needs to be changed because you stink bad. Oh, we know each other. Now I want to know who you are. But I get if you don't want to out yourself. I'm using sort of my real name. I haven't gone to a meet in a while either. I was going to go to one yesterday, but my car no, Saturday. Oh, yes, I remember you. I know who you are. You comment on my animal pictures on Facebook all the time. I know who you are. I won't say your name. So one of the school districts up here canceled school today because while I'm teaching, I'm always refreshing the school cancellation list to see if I need to go into my sub job. And one of the school districts north of here decided to be awesome and win the snow day. and it says closed. May the force be with you, young Jedi, on their official closure announcement. It's amazing. Yeah, I may have to order some cat litter because the cat box needs to be cleaned because Vivian is stinky. Let me face, let me face my fears. I have that song stuck in my head. Like that game, I'm so mad at that game because it's not very good. But the nostalgia made me think it was excellent until I kept playing it and I realized it wasn't really that good. I'm sad that Katie hasn't transitioned over to this stream yet. I feel bad that that one broke. Oh. Hmm. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are good. I like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I love Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I played them when they first came out, so they're like basically my life from middle school. Because that's how old I was when they came out. I feel like it would have been fine if they hadn't done it all in one game and rushed it so fast. Because there's like 20 hours of cutscenes in that game. It's crazy. Yeah, it is. Like you can just go. I might be able to get that cat litter again. Arthur just didn't like it, but Arthur's not around anymore. Arthur was so mad at me when I switched his cat litter. He was so mad at me when I switched the cat litter. 'Cause he's a crotchety old man. I'm ordering cat litter on Instacart. Because I don't want to go outside. I'm the worst. I'm such a hermit. It's just so bad. Oh, I have to have a minimum of $10? Well, what else can I get? Well, it's so somebody in town is going to go buy it for me and then drive it to me. And I'm excited that it means I don't have to go out. I wanted to try to get OBS to work so that I could look at stuff. Oh, now there's only 3. It's because I'm boring, guys. I am not an interesting person. Let's see. What do I need? that I forgot last time I ordered groceries. I don't know, Vivian. Oh, you have a hair tie. Great. Where'd that come from? Because I thought it would be fun to look at pictures of on Closet of Frills, but I can't get OBS to work. So if you can't see them, then it's boring because I'm just talking about things you can't see. Like, it just won't boot. Gil, you make weird, scary sounds. You freaked me out. Brrr. I think it would be fun. Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah, I could do that. I kind of wish I could hang out with your guys' snake. Because I like kind of am afraid of snakes, but I feel like if I handled one, I wouldn't be that scared of it. Oh, these are all things I should not have. I know, I always see her in pictures and she looks really calm. Vivian, so when I got Vivian from the shelter, I held a snake when I was like a kid, but it was like one of those really big ones and it like freaked me out. So like when I got Vivian from the shelter, they were like hesitant to let her go to a home that had kids because she's a former feral. But she was so good with my nieces. My nieces are 5 and 8, and she was so good. She played with them and she let them pet her. And I taught the girls how to safely interact with a cat. I love my nieces. I wish I lived closer to them. They live all the way in Tennessee. I can't have any of these things, Kroger. They're all terrible for me. Yeah, but like their snake is really small. So I feel like I wouldn't. I just remember that when I held a snake, it like felt really strange. But what I will never do is hold a tarantula. Spiders are gross. I hate them. Spiders are disgusting and I hate them. I hate spiders so much. Vivian, the door's open on that side. You can get out. You're really dumb sometimes. Ugh. Ugh, I hate spiders. I hate them. I hate spiders for a reason. When I was like 6, I woke up and there was a wolf spider on my pillow staring at me in the face. And I had just woken up. And so like my brain just like now I hate spiders. I just hate them. They're the worst. I guess I kind of need cat food, but I don't really want to buy cat food from Kroger. Oh, no. Pet wolf spider, why would you do that? A pet wolf spider. Oh, no thanks. I moved to Michigan because I thought I was getting further away from the brown recluse. And I guess they're starting to migrate north because of global warming. So, oh, I could get some zucchini. Oh, those are cucumber, not zucchini. I'll get some zucchini. So you had to like go catch a wolf spider? How did you know where to catch it? That seems like a very like weird project. I know. I think I know who you are, Lynn's studio. Oh, there's you saw Gil's tail. Ugh, no thanks. No, thank you. I'm gonna get some broccoli too. Cat litter, broccoli, and zucchini. It's gonna be great. Well, I have to order $10 minimum. I might have to go get my wallet though. Hi, Miley. I think I called you Miley yesterday. I feel bad. I think it might be better for me to just go get the cat litter later. Hi, Gilly. Gilgamesh. I couldn't catch you yesterday. I'm still not gonna be able to catch you. Yeah, she and I talk on Facebook sometimes, so I thought about doing like my skincare, but I would have to wash my face first, and I don't really want to wash my face at my desk. So I'd have to go wash it and then come back. Because I do Korean skincare. It's a fun time. Hi, Gilly. Can I trick you? Can I lure you into a false sense of security? Brr, Vivian. Maybe I'll ask my roommate. I'll ask my roommate if she can pick up some cat litter. No, I gotta go get it. Blah. I'll go get cat litter. I'm like, it was Myers just like right there, but it means I have to dig out my car. But it's fine. Yeah, so I do Korean skincare. My box is right here. This is my box of skincare. So I have a lot of stuff. Yeah, I used to have pimples all down here on my chin and my jawline. And I don't have that problem anymore. I still have like redness and stuff on my cheeks. Like I'm very blotchy. And I get flaky skin right here, so I have to exfoliate. I could. My facial cleansers are in my bathroom. So, should we do skincare or should I go through Closet of Frills? Because I think that would be fun. Because I wash my face with still like normal stuff. Biore charcoal. I wash my face with the Biore charcoal face wash, this one. Because it's all tingly and I like it. Oh, you want me to do closet of frills? I can do closet of frills. I'll get OBS to work one day. All right, so I will hold it up. Oh, I have my tablet. I can hold it up on my tablet because the screen's a little bigger. I've been really into watching these videos about like scam jobs and companies. Hi, Gil. What's up? You don't let me pick you up, but you come and rub against my legs. All right, so do you want me to go through? I'm just going to scroll through. This person is a Cardcaptor Sakura rug, and I'm so jealous. Look at that. Look at the Cardcaptor. Oh, the glare. The glare, though. There's a Cardcaptor Sakura rug. I want it. I love Cardcaptor Sakura. I know, I want it. Cardcaptor Sakura is like my favorite. So I don't want to be mean. Okay, so this girl's makeup is like on point. Her makeup is amazing. It's so good. I love it. And I really like black and red as a color combination. So I like everything about this outfit. And she's got a probably I wouldn't even know what search terms to do though. But I really like this outfit's really cute. I really like it. I like the red and the black and the cherries. What dress is that? So I wish that on Closet of Frills, people wouldn't just list the brand that their stuff is, but they'd like say like what print it is. Because like this just says dress AP, but I don't know which dress that is. Like I want to know what dress it is. It's a cat dress, but it's a cat dress I've never seen before. So it would just be nice if like people didn't just say, "Oh, JSK is from AP. JSK is from AP and is this print." So that would be nice because not everybody knows all the prints, my friends. But yeah, I really like this one. It's a good picture. She's jumping in the air. She's braver than I. Braver than I. Okay, I love this. This is a Wa Lolita outfit, and it's all handmade. And I really love it because Wa Lolita is one of those things that can be really tacky if you're not careful. But I think it's very elegant and very beautiful, and it's fantastic. I love it. I know, it's so cool. Why did Closet of Frills stop? Should keep loading infinitely. Here we go. This is some next level goddess, really. This is some next level Rococo goddess. That skirt, so I think it's a one-piece dress. And my underskirt has this same pattern on it, so I think this is Little Dipper. But I haven't looked at her. Yeah, OP is from Little Dipper. Little Dipper is a really nice brand that for underskirts. I really yeah, her hat is baller. Her hat base is vintage and the decorations are handmade. So I like people with artistic skill. I love Little Dipper, but they only do like limited releases of their underskirts. So like they'll be available for a little bit and then you have to like buy it now and then it will be gone. Because I have a black one, but I'd like to have more. So another red and black. Red and black is a great color combination. And she's wearing gingham/plaid, which I also really enjoy. And a beret. Berets are some of my favorite things. But she's clearly not living in a place that is getting perpetually pounded with snow. So I'm a little jealous. But yeah, see, she's wearing tights with her socks. So always layer tights with socks in the winter. It's my best recommendation. I feel like I need to skip ones that I have bad things to say about because I don't want to roast people. Because I feel like that's too mean. I mean, it's a minor criticism, but I'll just like not have her face or her tag in it. The skirt is too short. Her knees are all the way down here. Like this would just make me feel really uncomfortable. Um Personally, I wouldn't like wearing a dress this short. I mean, it's not like a mini skirt and she looks cute and she's beautiful, but this is really short. Like really short. Um there's also some newbies in here, so I want to be nice. I know, like that's why I love underskirts. Like I like wearing underskirts anyway just cuz I like it being a little bit longer cuz AP cuts their dresses pretty short anyway. There's some new people in here too. It's clearly like their first court and I don't want to be mean and there's a lot of red, probably cuz it's February and Valentine's Day, you think maybe? Diamond Honey is really good for blouses, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of red going on Closet of Frills right now. Okay, so this casual outfit looks so comfy, and I'm jealous because Lolita and comfy are usually not two things that ever go together in my life. Um, but that sweater looks so comfy. She does have scary demon Furby down here, and it's a little freaky, but um, this outfit is really cute and looks amazingly comfortable. So I'm a little jealous. Because comfy and Lolita are not usually two things that go hand in hand for me. Oh, I think that's just a wind mishap. And I also don't want to criticize new people because they're new and they didn't ask for concrete. Okay, this person looks like they cloned Mana Sama. Like, that's not a picture of Mana. That's a picture of a regular Lolita. That's amazing. They look like Mana. That's amazing. Oh, it's a salopette. That's why it's short. I like salopettes, but they wouldn't suit my body type very well. So, well, this is the same girl that had that Little Dipper dress. I really like her wig in this one. And again, more red because it's Valentine's Day and well, it's Valentine's month because it's February. Okay, so I have this dress. This is the Casa Mirage special set. It's like a lavender pinky kind of color. It's a really pretty color, but it's really hard to match. I will say cording it with white bleeds it out. And I don't like when it's corded with white. I get that that's easy and standard, and her outfit is fine. But I bought a blouse that's like this dark purple color to cord with it. And I think that definitely balances the colors better. Cause like that color, the dark color, is definitely like begging to be corded. Cause that's what I like to do. I like to look at a print and like find a color in there that I can use that maybe other people wouldn't have used. So if There's one of these up on Closet Child right now. It's a pretty dress. I think it's my favorite colorway of Castle Mirage. Um, but if you just, that's my best tip when you're courting, is to just look at the accent colors in your print and pick one that like maybe wouldn't necessarily come right off. Because this dress's pinks are so weird. Like it's a very weird shade of pink. Trying to match the pinks is too hard. So I would go with like dark purple leg wear, and like the way I usually wear it is with dark purple tights and silver shoes. And then I have a dark purple blouse. So the purple's balanced, and then I use silver as my accent color. So that's what I would recommend. Though she made the head bow look really good. Usually when I wear the head bow, I look weird. Aw, that's a baby's first cord. I'm not gonna criticize that one. Oh, I think this is a Dreamholic wig. Oh no, it's not. But Dreamholic just came out with a wig that looks just like that. Okay, the lighting makes okay. So the lighting kind of distorts this because it made her socks look like lilac. And I was like, there's no lilac in that dress, but in this, they're clearly pink. So yeah, this is Promenade de Paris. I have this in the mint brown colorway, because of course I do. And the bow does look good with a beret. I've tried to figure out how to wear the bow with a beret. Because I mean, it's a French print. It's begging to be worn with a beret, but it's got that giant head bow that I also really like. Oh, here's a lovely coordinate of Melty Cream Donut in mint. I like this. I like this a lot. I like wearing Melty Cream Donut with a brown blouse. I just really like stark contrast. So I really like wearing a blouse that like sets off the print. So like this just makes the donuts like just pop. Color balancing is fun. It's my favorite part of wearing Lolita. What's sad is I can tell some of these have probably ended up on CGL and people tore them apart. And that's sad. Because CGL is so mean to people sometimes. Ooh, here's some more black and red. I like this one. Is it another one of those everything? Oh no, this is all body line. I like that. Her hair is all nice. Her makeup's really good. I approve. Oh, the Metamorphose hot like Holmes dogs. I really like the pink one. So I like want to see somebody cord the pink one. Because it's such a weird like purpley pink. It's like I want to see somebody try to do something with it because I feel like that would be fun. I don't really like this. I like these kinds of prints with like plaid in them. It's the classic in me still existing. I wish there were like, I mean, I know there are sweet plaid dresses, but it's hard to find them. So many cherries and strawberries. Oh. That's Rose Museum? Okay. I didn't know Rose Museum came in navy. Maybe that's because I was so distracted by the mint colorway. That's really pretty. I didn't realize Rose Museum came in navy, but I like it. Is it like a special set? It's got to be a special set. Yeah, it's a special set. That's why, yeah, it doesn't normally come in navy, but this is beautiful. Yeah, I tend to know when things come in navy because that's usually my second colorway choice. There's not snow in any of these pictures, and it makes me so jealous that other people are not suffering like me. No, thanks, Waverly, Iowa. Ooh, here's Little Bear's Cafe. I love Little Bear's Cafe. It doesn't come in mint, but it comes in like a really cute, like green, lime greeny color. And I really like that. I really want it. This is, I love bear ear headdresses. I think this is Sheena Bella Bose. Yeah, I think this headpiece is from Sheena Bella Bose. It's an Etsy store. But I really like it. The only change I would make is match your shoes and your purse. I feel like it just looks more put together when your shoes and your purse match. So I would have done a brown purse personally because I really like it with the brown shoes. But this isn't bad. I like it. I think the easiest thing to do is to match your shoes and your purse. That's always what when people ask me a suggestion, I always say, match your shoes and your purse. Well, that's very lovely. Did she make all of it? So she made this outfit. This is really elegant and really vintagey, and I love it. I love this sash ribbon thing. It's giving me lots of vintage vibes, and I love these sleeves. They're see-through. And her hat, this is just very lovely. I really like it a lot. Yeah, there's just some unfortunate, like, I don't know how to pose either, which is why I don't let people take pictures of me. Oh my. Okay, I like that outfit. This is British Bear in navy, which is the colorway I think I want to get it in. And I originally had it in ivory, but I needed to sell it for money reasons, and I decided I maybe wanted to try a different colorway next time. So I think I'm gonna get the navy one when I get it again. She's wearing it with a brown underskirt and a brown blouse. That's not the colors I would have gone with, but I like it. I would have courted it with the wine, the red, because it really would have made the red pop. Because it's a minor accent color. So using that would have just made a more dramatic, drastic statement. But I like the outfit. It's not bad. I like it. I just would not have expected courting it with brown. Okay, she's truly a goddess that we don't deserve. This is her third one. She's beautiful. I love her outfits, all of them. That's a standard Rose Museum. I have the tiered JSK, and I'm not entirely sure what to do with it because it's got like flouncy sleeves, so I feel like it just looked kind of clunky with a blouse, but I also don't want to be bare armed. Bare arms. See, here's another cat print that I don't recognize that I think is really cute. And it just says AP. I know I could just search the cat tag on Lollyberry and probably find it, but I just wish people would list what print their dress is. Oh, she's really cute. I've seen her outfits before. She's really cute. It's like this is like a slate blue and black, and I really like all of her outfits. Oh, Agnes. I need to know how she does that with her head. This is probably like 4 wigs to get that level of volume, but I mean in the winter. I love Agnes. She does amazing stuff. I love Agnes. But I want to know how she does that hair. It's because it's got to be multiple wigs. It's got to be like, because I think I know how she did it. Yeah, I love winter wigs. They're like the best. Oh, I know this person. I met her at Paradiso last year. She is quite tall, so it's a little short, but yeah, she's tall. But she's really pretty. I met her at Paradiso last year. She's friends with a girl in our com that lives in Indiana. I think she's from Chicago. I feel it in my bones, in my soul. Oh, this is some classic-y goodness. I really like this a lot. This reminds me of something that one of our mods in our com up here would wear. I really like this. I really love her shoes. Her shoes are all vintagey. I like other people wearing pointy shoes, but I don't like wearing pointy shoes. I feel really dumb and awful in them. So I really like this. I love this outfit actually. It's very pretty. All right, we got some chocolate rosette. Oh my. Not going to comment on that one. There are definitely just some people who are awkward in photos for sure. Which is unfortunate sometimes. Oh, this is amazing. This is an OG princess. Wow. Yeah, it's compiled of a lot of things. That's beautiful. That's so pretty. That's for Valentine's Day. Like I have a dream to like have an OG to match my outfits with. Cause it would just be so much fun. My hand is getting sore. See, I'm really bad at being taken photos of too. So like I understand when people have trouble with photos because I don't like photos being taken of me. So that's why I don't take coordinate photos like ever. All right, these are all we're getting kind of in the older territory. Ooh, that's pretty. It's Astro Regime with an Atelier Boz coat, which I'm jealous. I really want one of those. It's a Rolland coat in navy. But they make them really small, so like I think clearly I don't think she can close it. I think this is a Lily of the Valley sash. Yeah, Lily of the Valley sash because I have one. I have two actually. I feel like it's I feel kind of bad because like when I look at a photo, I can tell even if their outfit's really good, I can tell what CGL is going to criticize. CGL probably went after her hair and the fact that she's not wearing any makeup. Those are probably the two things that CGL went after her for. I guarantee it. Oh gosh, this print from Meta was amazing. Uh Meta Grimoire is so pretty. I love it so much. It's so good. Meta's really been on their game lately. Like Meta's been coming out with some really neat, interesting stuff. But I really like this. I really like Grimoire. It's beautiful. I'm skipping people that I know. Meow. Hi, Vivian. No, they never figured it out. I mean, I think it's for the best that I don't know. I feel like if we knew who was doing it, it would just seed mistrust and discontent. So, I don't know. I think it was crummy of whoever was doing it. Oh, Amanda's conscious. My friend Amanda works nights, so when she's awake, it's a good time. So yeah, I mean, blue and white is also a really good color combination. But white dresses personally scare me because I'm clumsy and I drop food on myself a lot. So white dresses specifically scare the crud out of me. Yeah, I usually can look at coordinate photos and I pretty much know what CGL is going to rip people apart for because I've read enough CGL. Okay, so I really like the Sweet Devil dress by Alice and the Pirates. I want it someday. Even though I just got done saying I don't like white dresses, they scare me. I really like this one. The Sweet Devil it's beautiful. It's so pretty. It looks like a cake and I love it. I feel like CGL really nitpicks on people for things that are not very nice. And so it's I always say it's one thing to criticize somebody's outfit. So like if you want to criticize something about their outfit, right? That's fine or whatever. Like if you want to say that the color balance is off or like maybe they could use a bigger petty, like that's one thing. But when you start like saying, "Oh, their face is so unfortunate," or like their hair is gross, or like you start making comments about like their physical appearance, like things they can't really do anything about, like that's when it just becomes like not constructive and it's just salty. Like constructive criticism and insulting are not the same thing. And I feel like a lot of people that post on CGL hide behind the veil of like, oh, it's just constructive criticism. But it's not because somebody can't I mean you could have a nose job, I guess, but like people can't just like change their nose, right? They can't just make their eyes sit closer together. They can't just, you know, change things about themselves. And it's about the clothes, right? So I just get really upset when CGL decides they want to start going after a person like personally. And maybe I upset some people because I just dropped down to I went up to 7 viewers and then it dropped down to 4. um but yeah, I mean, I feel like CGL, like I said, is full of people, full of people that have internalized misogyny, and they just feel like they can criticize whatever because they're anonymous. And I think to some degree, having an anonymous place to vent is like not a bad thing. Because like I used to be in the when LiveJournal was still like alive. I was in the LiveJournal role playing community, and we had like our own version of Behind the Bows. It was Roleplay Secrets. And I think in some ways Roleplay Secrets was kind of toxic, but at the same time it like let people get things out without like causing a scene, I guess. But at the same time, like it also encouraged people to not be adults and air their discrepancies with people. So on the one hand, I understand the necessity for a place to vent without feeling like you have to censor yourself. But there's a huge difference between constructive criticism and just shitting on someone. And I think CGL has either forgotten what that line is or they don't care and they do it on purpose. And I think the unfortunate reality is most of them do it because they have their own self-confidence issues. And so they just want to feel better about themselves. And I mean, I'm not going to lie, I do that subconsciously sometimes too. But I don't shred people on the internet for no reason who haven't done anything to me. But whatever. I mean, it's not like they never ever had a bad coordinate or they never ever had an awkward stage ever. They've always been perfect, right? And sometimes I wonder how much of it is people talking to themselves, because that's unfortunately something that happens. Because it's anonymous. It does log IP though, so like mods can go in and see if you're talking to yourself. Because it will log your IP address, but so I'll lurk on CGL because sometimes I find the uncensored discussion to be interesting, but at the same time, I feel like if you're not willing to say it with your face attached, maybe you should think about whether or not you should say it. It's like how Ned Stark says in Game of Thrones, if you can't look a man in the face, then when you kill him, maybe he doesn't deserve to die. So if you can't look at a person while you criticize them, maybe they don't deserve to be criticized. But hey, whatever. I understand like anonymous venting of like awful people in your comm. I do enjoy that. I do enjoy people ranting about people in their comms. There's a girl that she's not in my comm, but she's in a comm of people that I know, and I'm not going to give away which one. And right now there's some stuff going on and I want her to get mad so that I can make a video about it. Cuz nobody likes her. She's really immature and she's not a nice person. Cuz I'm a moderator for the Iowa community, and she submitted to be admitted into our comm, but she didn't answer our questions. So I messaged her and I was like, hey, I just wanted to check in with you because you didn't answer our questions. And she very rudely was like, yeah, I decided that I didn't need to join. And I was like, okay, cool. And then she left me on red. So, and that was my first exposure to her. And then I met her at an event, like a national event, Paradiso. She wasn't much better in real life, actually. And I've since heard things about her from people that have interacted with her. And she's been really annoying on Facebook lately. But like, yeah, there's something going on that like I really want her to get upset about a particular situation so that I can make a video about it. Because I think she needs a little bit of a reality check and a wake up call, because she just thinks she's entitled and deserves everything. I'm just moisturizing Arthur, no big deal. She's very entitled and she's very bratty. I think part of it has to do with the fact that she's 18, but I mean, whatever. But yeah, I enjoy like drama like that. I told myself that as I started talking about drama, it's not somebody in our comm. It's not somebody in our comm. But is it coming back up? Yeah, the numbers are going back up. Hi guys, I guess my stream died for a second. It would be nice if YouTube like told me things like that. I was just talking about drama. I love drama, but like I said, I kind of told myself I'd never talk about people in my comm, or I would never talk about people that I knew because I didn't want it to seem petty or bitter. But I really want to tell the napkin story because I think it's great. It didn't happen to me, but I have the screenshots. So I think that story's great. But yeah, this girl is just really entitled. She's 18 and she thinks she's entitled to everything. I can tell the story. Okay. So tell the napkin story. All right. So my friends and I in a comm, the napkin story is great. Oh, hi, Ari. Is that who that is? Yeah, the napkin story is great. I love the napkin story. So my friends in my comm and I have this joke that we say, let's get bougie, and then we snap our napkins and put them on our lap. I don't think you guys know that we do this now because you haven't seen us since it happened. But we have like this joke line where we say, let's get bougie. So there was a meet that I did not go to, and I believe it was in Ann Arbor. And these two girls in my comm who are in the chat right now, they are together. And they were having sushi at a sushi restaurant. And there was a girl there who is from North Carolina. And this is important because we found it really funny. So she's from North Carolina and she had moved up to Michigan for a reason of some kind. And she was at the meet. And it was sushi, so it was food. So I mean, obviously you're gonna want to put your napkin on your lap. So Ari makes a joke to her fiance that putting a napkin on your lap is kind of bougie. And apparently it was an allusion to a joke from their first date. And this girl at this table is so self-centered. She assumes that this is about her. She assumes that she's being made fun of for putting a napkin on her lap. And she makes a comment that's like, well, when you're wearing a $400 dress, like you should put a napkin on your lap. And like she like starts talking about how like expensive AP is, and like if you knew how expensive AP was, blah 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 blah. And I usually don't care what people wear, right? Like I don't care about your financial irresponsibility. Like if you want to just buy Bodyline because you're making better decisions with your life than I am, that's cool. I'm not going to judge you by the amount of money you spend on your clothes, right? But this girl is lecturing Ari about the price of AP, and if how you knew how expensive AP was, you wouldn't joke about it. As Ari is wearing AP and this girl's wearing Bodyline. Right? So I just found that little detail hilarious. So she gets all like bent out of shape and thinks, and then she conflates it to the whole table making fun of her. Not just these two people making an inside joke with each other, not even addressing her or talking to her at all. And so then she posts on her public Facebook after friending Ari, right? So she knows that Ari can see what she's about to post on her timeline. And I feel like I want to pull up the screenshots because I know I have them. And she complains about how a table full of Lolita made fun of her for putting a napkin on her lap. And she basically commented that like she's from the South and so she has manners and that us Northerners are uncultured swine. But like she's from North Carolina, which just that was funny. But so she was a nasty, nasty person. And she's all like bitching about it on her Facebook, knowing that Ari can see it, and tries to defend herself by saying like, well, I didn't use names. And it's like, yeah, but the person that you're talking about can see you. Hi, Katie. Welcome. So she, I'm welcoming, I'm happy you're back. So Ari feels really bad, and I'm not friends with this other girl. So Ari feels really bad, and she posts something on her Facebook about how she feels really bad and she feels like she should leave the call because she hurt somebody's feelings and she's a terrible person. And I'm sitting here like, what happened? Like, Ari is a sweet angel marshmallow. Like, what happened? So I message Ari. I'm like, what's going on? Like, what happened? Why are you so like? And everybody's coming to her defense. Basically, everybody's rallying behind her because we love her. And this girl is just nasty. Oh, I do have some other drama to air though too. Yeah, everybody loves you, Ari. We were all talking about it in our drama group. We're like, we need to find her and we need to find this girl and cut her. We're all behind you. Would it be under Messenger? I think it's probably under Messenger because you sent them to me via Messenger. Aw, you're so cute. So Ari explains to me what happened in the situation. She's telling me about like what happened and then she sends me some screenshots of DMs that she had with this girl. And oh, yeah, that's the drama I had personally with a person, so I'm not going to talk about it. But then she sent me screenshots of DMs she'd had with this girl. And up until this point, I kind of wanted to stay neutral. And I was like, okay, well, maybe this girl did some shitty stuff, but you know, like I don't necessarily, I kind of want to give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was just a simple misunderstanding. Oh no. Oh no. 'Twas not a simple misunderstanding. I'm really upset. Okay, here we go. I found them. Okay, so I'm gonna read these DMs, Ari. So I hope you don't mind. So Ari messaged her and said, "Hi there. Sorry if I made you upset with the whole napkin thing. I really didn't mean any harm in it. I really hope you weren't offended." Right? She's apologizing for having done nothing wrong, right? She made a joke with her fiance, was even talking about this girl. And this girl was, yeah. So then her response is, "It's fine. I mean, I felt judged, but I could tell you didn't think it through enough for it to be mean. I'm aware that I'm a sensitive person and I have social anxiety. So it's not something I wanted to say anything about. I just don't fit in here, and I get that." So again, nobody was saying anything about her, nobody was judging her, but she's so self-centered. Yeah, she called you and her friend called you Anita. That's what happened. So then Ari responds, "I'm sorry to hear that. I actually have social anxiety and autism and really didn't mean any harm." I gotcha. And don't mind her friend. She said her friend's name, but her friend was going off on this anonymous person that she didn't know and was saying really mean things about Ari. So don't mind my friend. Her cancer just came back and she has a lot of rage. I was just amused at how she worded it. She's a cosplayer, not that it should be applied to you. She said something about like getting your petticoat stuck up in your butt and like called her and eat a bitch. This girl she doesn't even know, and she doesn't even know the context of the situation. So this girl, so Ari's response, "Trust me, I got the confidence this summer to actually do Lolita because I've been afraid to do so due to social anxiety." Oh, my throat is dry. "I'm new to the comm as well. I didn't even mean to direct the whole napkin thing towards you. I was talking to my fiance and a joke I made on our first date. I'm again sorry if you felt hurt by it, and it really wasn't my intention. However, if we're talking about hurt feelings, you really hurt mine. When I saw that due to your post, people were calling me an Ida ass, and instead of stopping it, you said that it was making your day. You didn't try and stop it, and you didn't explain the context of the situation, only a very limited situation in which I sounded like I was attacking you. Honestly, I just wish you would have come to me first if you were upset." Totally reasonable. right? This girl is talking smack on her Facebook, saying not nice things. So I don't think that sounds catty or mean or whatever. And this is when I finally was like, fuck this girl. Like, if I ever meet her, I cannot be nice to her because she has shown her true colors. Yeah, it made my day to be defended. I won't lie about that. It's not something that happens very often. I specifically wasn't going to say who said it or who at the table agreed with you. Even when I was privately messaged and asked who it was, no one would have known it was you until you said something, which is why I wasn't worried yesterday when my friend's words were harsh. It was an overprotective friend's reaction to an anonymous Lolita. I'm not sure how I was supposed to stop her rant and explain context when, from my point of view, I already had. You said it was kind of bougie. Your fiance agreed. I simplified that to a table of Lolitas so it wasn't obvious who it was. I didn't want to talk to you about it. I don't want to now. I just wanted to vent vaguely. Either it would be ignored, telling me my friends thought I was overreacting, or they'd give their thoughts. I needed a sounding board, not a confrontation or resolution with somebody I just met. I don't need a resolution for a situation. It wasn't even about her. Nobody was talking to her. Nobody said anything to her. Nobody was commenting about her. She made this about her in her own head. Aries' response. Yes, but if you wanted to vent, you could have talked to somebody in private about it, not posted it on your Facebook where I and other people I know can see it. You knew I would see it as you just friended me. Was I supposed to say nothing and let my feelings be hurt? Honestly, I'm sorry you felt attacked by the comment, but I can't be pinned as the enemy just because something I said may have hurt you. If you were upset with me, then that's fine. You could talk to your friends or anyone else about it, but making a call out post, even if you kept me anonymous, was really hurtful. As I said, if you had just come to me, I would have apologized and still am really sorry. That doesn't mean you can make me feel like shit and embarrass me because you felt hurt. If anything, your comment did a lot more damage than my passing comment could have ever. Instead, it has just built up some drama, and I really don't want to be a part of that for my own health. Again, not unreasonable, not being self centered, not anything. Yeah. All right. So we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Okay. We are not finished. It continues. No, it wasn't a call out post. Reread the words I used in my post. I never said anything like this one girl called me bougie. I feel like you're turning this around to make yourself a victim, and that's completely unfair. I didn't embarrass you. I didn't mention you. Maybe you're embarrassed by your actions, and that's just an unfortunate part of social interactions when we make mistakes. Because she made a mistake. She wasn't even talking about you or to you. Maybe not, but I didn't do it to you. I spoke of my feelings in replies to my friends. I do know an apology that contains the word but isn't really an apology at all. It wasn't even the only passing comment that came off as judgmental of me. There wasn't drama until you turned it into drama. Don't worry, I removed you so you won't have to and I probably won't go back to any more meets. So don't worry about running into me. This girl, so self-centered. She has her issues if she is fixated on somebody making a joke about napkins as being a slight against her. Yeah. So she became a giant meme in our secret little group of salt and tea and bitterness. And I showed these to Ari at the time. But one of my friends made this. It's mirrored, but it says evil. It says evil. And then it's a plain napkin. And then that's her. She's triggered by a napkin. So she became a wonderful, glorious meme in our group. So we now make a joke of let's get bougie all the time because it's fun. Like, I'm sorry. If you're going to be like that, I am not going to show you any mercy. So that's the napkin story. I don't know if she's still in our comm. I don't feel like anybody's talked about her, but this incident sparked let's get bougie. So this incident sparked the mods. I think she left the comm too. But and then she was like, we were all mean and nasty and unaccepting and judgmental. And it's like nobody was talking to you. Nobody. No, what? Brain, come back. I had a thought. Yeah, so yeah, that was the I know, we wanted to embroider bougie on some napkins and like hand them out to the comm. If I ever do merch, I should do that. If I ever do merch, I should have like an embroidered napkin that says bougie. And yeah, so that she's crazy. I'm kind of glad I never met her because I don't think I could ever be nice to her. Because she was such a self-centered jerk. And like all the comments that like so we had a lot of drama sort of happening in our comm. Like our comm is usually very drama free. Like we're all pretty laid back and chill. And we don't really have a lot of drama. But we had a lot of drama going on like all at once. And it was all it's all brain come back to me. It was all being caused by like new people, like people who hadn't been in the comm for very long, or like people that like weren't going to meets very regularly. And they were causing problems and calling us all judgmental and like saying mean things about us. And but like their own behavior was reprehensible. And so the reaction that this caused was that the mods had to make a post that was like, if you have a dispute with another comm member, like come to the mods. Don't post about it on a public platform. Like we're adults, we're gonna deal with our problems. And so like we all were sitting there like knowing that she was the reason that this was happening. But like there was another incident with these two newer people who lost their crap because they kind of stepped on they stepped on one of the mods' toes and ended up being a train wreck. And they were just the worst. Yeah, but so we were having a lot of drama like happening like all at once. And it was all caused by like new people. And so part of me like wonders if because Lolita have such an online reputation of being mean, like do new people who come in just like think that that behavior is acceptable? Like do they just think that they can act? Not figuratively. I can tell that story too if you would like. Cuz it was a train wreck. But cuz we have like this reputation online of being like catty and like mean or whatever. And so like all these new people come in and like think they can behave that way. And then when they're like called out for being awful, they like then blame us for being judgmental and mean. And it's all our fault and we just make them feel so bad about like they get so in their head. Like it's all about them. And that's what all the drama that was happening was. It was all these new people getting in their head and convincing themselves that they were being judged and thought less of by everyone else in the comm. Yeah, like me and Lolita are like there's a very small percentage of people in the community are mean. Small minority. They're, yeah, but so it, it's part of it is that a lot of I feel like a lot of people in the Lolita community have like social anxiety and stuff, and so they kind of do like get in their head. Like I went through a period of time, like I do this all the time anyway, like my brain operates on the assumption that everyone secretly hates me and thinks I'm annoying. And so when I would go to meets, like I would sort of be in the back of my head like nobody really likes you, like nobody thinks you're interesting or anything. And so like I would get in my head, but like I would recognize that it was me doing that, right? Like I knew it was me. Like I would never like get mad at anybody else, blaming them for my own insecurities. But all these girls like blame everyone else for their own insecurities. Okay. So the other tea. I wish I was drinking tea. This is just water. So I'm spilling tea, drinking water. Okay. So YomaCon is a convention that happens annually in Detroit. And it's a fairly big con. It's very disorganized and poorly run for a con of its size, honestly. And for some reason, they have some sort of vendetta against Lolita, our com specifically. I have seen some screenshots of emails or messages of people basically saying, we don't want to have anything to do with you, like high and mighty people or whatever. Like basically commenting about how we think we're better than other people, which we don't, number one. But they've always sort of like sabotaged like Lolita programming at YomaCon. So like they either will not give people good time slots, not be very communicative. Where this particular year, so it had become standard operating procedure that one of the mods in our com would always submit a Lolita panel, a Lolita 101 panel to basically like any any convention she went to. Like we just knew it. And we'd been to her panels before and we'd been talking about it. Like people are like, is there going to be Lolita programming at YomaCon? And the mod was like, yeah, I submitted my panel, like it should, whatever. So we're like actively talking about this panel in the group, okay? This particular year, Yoma really dragged their feet getting panel approvals and like letting people know when their panels were approved. They literally didn't get back to people until like 3 weeks before the con. Like it was that, this is what I mean about it being a disorganized disaster. So Amy posts in the, I said her name. I was going to say the mod posted in the group that her Lolita 101 panel didn't get accepted. And we're all like, wait, why? What's going on? Like, why didn't the panel get accepted? I love drinking tea. I have an entire cabinet in my kitchen full of tea. Moving that is going to be the worst part of moving back to Iowa, is moving my tea collection. So she's posting and she's like, it got denied. I don't know why. And we're all kind of like, lamenting about it. And then immediately after, I don't know what this person's pronouns are, honestly. I'm going to say he and him. This person in our com who hasn't gone to very many meets and kind of like spammed and sometimes and like we didn't like nobody really knew them very well, and their girlfriend was also in the com with them. I'd met both of them once and nobody treated them badly, nobody said anything mean to them. In fact, he won a coordinate contest at our Easter meetup because he did like a White Rabbit OG look. And he won. Like people complimented them the whole day about their outfits and people were nice to them. And he posts, oh my gosh, my Lolita panel got accepted. Like right under where the mod had said that hers got denied. And we're all like, oh, so we're going to have at least a panel. And so everyone's like, oh, well, what panel did you submit? And his response is Lolita 101. And we're like, wait, so you submitted the same panel as our mod, knowing that she always does that panel, always, right? And we've been talking about it in the group, and you didn't say anything about how you submitted one too. You didn't talk to her about anything. You just submitted it. And his excuse was, oh, well, I did it on a whim and I didn't think it would be accepted. And we were all kind of like, like we were all kind of like not so okay with it. Like it seemed a little shady. And then this girl, so this particular girl has now moved to LA because her husband is actually a pretty popular YouTuber, apparently. But she's I love her because she's savage and she always says what needs to be said. And she was like, I'm just gonna come out and say it. This is really uncool for you to do. If you wanted to have a panel, like you should have said something to a mod that you knew was submitting a panel that you've been to, like, and there was like conflicting information because then his girlfriend came in to try to like defend him and be like, nobody owns panels and anyone can submit a panel. And it went back and forth between, we did it on a whim. We didn't expect it to get accepted. And we've never been to Amy's panel. So we didn't know she did a panel or something, even though we were talking about it in the group. And then it became, oh, we've been to her panel. We thought it was elitist and talked too much about brand. So what is it? You did it on a whim and have never been to her panel, or you've been to her panel, didn't like it, thought you could do it better, and decided to submit a panel out from under her, right? And so it just like, the longer it went on, like the shadier it got. And so like I pointed out, well, if you did it on a whim, I'm sure you won't mind letting her do the panel instead because you did it on a whim and are unprepared, right? Or you'd be willing to team up with her and do it together. Or if the truth is that you thought her panel was elitist and talked too much about brand, maybe you could have submitted a buying Lolita on a budget panel or talking about off-brand Lolita, or like submitted a panel about a topic you wanted to talk about. But and then, they tried to get this mod to help them make their panel. And it's like, and her response was very cordial and was like, you know, I don't really feel comfortable. I'm willing to offer like a little bit of advice if you want to talk about the comms specifically. But, you know, I just don't feel comfortable, you know, helping you with some stuff. But I'm sure there are other people that would be willing to answer your questions in the comm. And so then the girlfriend posts really passive aggressively, like being called out like in like bitchy, like in like she was making a comment about how Amy was nice about it, but like was basically telling her to fuck off. And I knew it was my moment. Like I knew that my moment had come because I was Facebook friends with both of these people. And I had pointed out because they then started complaining that they were always judged and that everyone in the comm was elitist and brand whores because, you know, brand whore isn't an ironic thing that we use as a joke. And they were like legit complaining about being treated badly. And I've been to both the meets that you went to and nobody was mean to you. Nobody was judgmental. You like won a coordinate contest. Like I'm confused as to why you're complaining. And then I don't know if I still have the screenshots, but I knew that it was my time. And I posted on her vague book status. I was like, well, maybe you shouldn't ask for help from somebody that you slighted. You know, like maybe that's kind of disrespectful. My comment was deleted. I was immediately blocked and unfriended. And I was like, I took one for the team. It's fine. And yeah, it was a good time. So that was that. And then we were all kind of like morbidly intrigued about how their panel was going to go. Because they kept talking about how like it was so much work and they were behind and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna be friends. I was literally only friends. I only continued to be Facebook friends with them so that I could. The panel was awful. Yeah, we were planning on going, but we ended up getting stuck at the Maid Cafe. My friends and I that were at the convention together. So we didn't get to go, but we met up with everybody afterwards, and literally everyone it was a train wreck. Like the whole panel was just the guy talking about all the stuff that he wanted to buy, and it was all like animated pictures off of Google. Like it wasn't even pictures of real people. It was like anime pictures and like stuff like that. And it was just not good. And like he was like posting about how to cover like country Lolita. And I'm like, if it's Lolita 101, you don't need to be covering. Yeah, you don't need to be covering really obscure substyles in a 101 panel. Like that's not what 101 is for. And so yeah, it was a train wreck and it was a disaster. And then apparently so we ended up all meeting up for our meetup at the convention, and they didn't come. But yeah, the guy still has not unfriended me on Facebook, so I still see his posts from time to time. And I was really fixated on the fact that he was majoring in dance. Like that's what they're getting their degree in. And he'd never danced before. Like he had never danced before college. And he didn't even he didn't talk about brand at all, from what I understand. And he spelled dancing wrong on his Facebook profile. Like it said major dancing, and he spelled dancing wrong. And I was just like, I was flabbergasted. It was unfortunate. It was an unfortunate piece of drama that happened in our history. Hello, Alexis. Yeah, it was bad. I kind of wish I had gone to the panel because I heard after the fact that it was a fun train wreck. But I also really enjoyed being at the Maid Cafe, so that was fine. But yeah, so that happened, and it was again new people. The Dancing King, Young and Mean, can't even spell dancing. Yeah, it was bad. But again, it was a situation where like these new people got in their head, and they kept like saying that like talking about brand and like wearing brand was judgmental and elitist. And I remember actually like posting like, I literally don't care how much money you spend on your frilly clothes. Like I don't care. As long as you don't show up looking like you walked out of a dumpster, like I don't care how much money you spent on it. Like I make bad financial decisions, right? I buy expensive dresses. If you're more fiscally responsible and buy within your means, like I'm not going to judge you for that. Like wearing brand is not elitist. I don't. So yeah, they got all up on their head and like blamed everybody else for being mean and judgmental. And I literally went to both the meets they had been to, and nobody was mean to them or said anything. Yeah, it sounds like they're way more judgmental of everyone else, being like, if you wear a brand, like, and I was just, And then the whole idea that like their story couldn't stay straight. They were like, oh, we've never been to her panel, so we didn't know. And then it was like, oh, we've been to her panel and thought it was too elitist. Okay, what was it? Was it that it was too elitist? And if you knew she was going to have a panel, yeah, they won the cord contest, and neither of them were wearing brand. They were both wearing Taobao stuff. So like I don't but no, we're judgmental and we're mean, and we judge people on how much money they spend on their clothes. It was like they were regurgitating all the stereotypes about Lolita that like did not happen to them. Like nobody treated them badly, nobody judged them. We only judge them because they did something kind of shady. And like, yeah, so it was just not cool. And It was unfortunately a speck on our drama list com. It was not it's not a good time. So that happened. Yeah, and then we're pretty sure they started posting on CGL and like talking crap and was like the mod wasn't awful, I guess, and that she came prepared and handed out business cards for the com. Yeah, she was very professional. She's not a mod anymore. She actually left Lolita, which is really sad. And I feel like part of this had something to do with it. But she's still very knowledgeable and she still posts in like Big Sisters of Lolita fashion because she's very knowledgeable and I get advice from her frequently. But she sold all of her dresses, so she's not. I bought chess chocolate and quartet chocolate from her. So yeah, well, she also really got into horseback riding, and so she decided she needed just one expensive hobby. So Big Sisters of Lolita Fashion is a Facebook group where some of the members are like newbies and some of the members are more experienced, and then I fall in the middle, so I'm a middle sister. And so like if like newbies need advice, if newbies need advice, they like post for advice, and then like a more experienced Lolita or will like help them out. So it's like an advice thread. So like an advice group. So you don't want to use Ruffle Chat for advice. um so yeah, Big Sisters of Lolita Fashion is a really good resource if you ever need help. I don't know if it'll let me post a link in the chat. Well, so this isn't, you're not assigned like an individual person. Anybody can post on your post. I've heard some toxic stuff about the amino. I tried to use amino for a while, but it was really confusing to me that you had a different profile for like every community you were in. So that was just way too much upkeep for me. Gil, the laundry basket is not a cat bed. It's really not. The laundry basket's not a kitty bed. Come on, out. Thank you. So that's drama that I have experience with. There's more. There's another personal drama story that is very frustrating to me, but I may run into this person again, so I don't want to flare anything up. Yeah, Big Sisters of Lolita Fashion is really great. Oh my gosh. Why does that happen? Why does that happen? Why do feel like they need to why do people feel like they need to bully? Okay. So I'm going to talk about plus sizeness and weight for a second here. I'm of two minds, right? So I'm not an advocate for the healthy at any size because you're definitely not healthy at any size. 600 pounds isn't healthy. 500 pounds isn't healthy. So I'm definitely not an advocate for glorifying or saying that being morbidly obese is okay unless you like if you have a medical reason, like if your thyroid is messed up, like cool beans. I'm not like you can't fault anybody for that. I'm also not the kind of person that's going to say that to like yell at overweight people. Like I mean, I am overweight, right? Like shame is not how you encourage people to change. Cuz fat shaming is a thing, right? But I think there's a line. because at a certain point, you do have to acknowledge that you did do it to yourself and it's probably not good for you. But you have to come from within yourself to find what you need to be happy and become better, right? And I think you can be healthier not being a size 0, right? Because the other extreme is not that everybody should be super skinny. Like that's not the other end of the spectrum. Like by saying that being overweight is actually like bad is not saying that everybody should be a twig. Like not everybody should weigh 100 pounds and be like a supermodel. Like that's not the other extreme. But my weight has definitely been detrimental to my health. And me starting to address it has been a good thing mentally and physically for me. But being supportive and kind is what's important, right? Like change doesn't come from shame. And shaming somebody is not how you get them to change. So, this excuse when people are like savage or mean to overweight people, and their excuse is, oh, I just want them to get healthy. I just want them to get better. There's ways to go about that that isn't being nasty to them, right? Like, you have to love yourself to take care of yourself to heal. And if you can't, and if people are constantly like making you feel awful about yourself, most people who are overweight because of some sort of emotional issue. And destroying them emotionally is probably going to make them eat more. I mean, I know that when I get upset emotionally, that's when I start eating a lot. I've got to the point where like it doesn't really phase me anymore. Like I feel more bad. I like am my own critic. So like the things I say to myself are the things that get to me the most. But like when somebody makes like a fat comment to me now, like I just sort of am like, whatever. Yeah, you're saying that as if like I don't know what I look like. Um so I think it's important to foster understanding and empathy for other human beings, right? Um, just coming like that's why I use the Fatty Chan moniker because it's a title that people like use to insult and demean and degrade, and I want to take it and throw it back in their face and be like, you're awful people, and I am capable of loving myself and taking care of myself and getting healthy. So, um, yeah, so I've thought kind of about like, yeah, like that's the thing. You can't look at a person. You can look at a person who's 600 pounds and know that they're probably not healthy, but you can't look at somebody who's like not a size 5. Like if you're like in the like 150 to 200 sort of range, like you can still be healthy there. Like my blood work is always fine. The only thing that's weird are my platelets, and that's because I've been on birth control for several years. So that makes my platelets go all wonky. But like I have fine cholesterol, my blood pressure's not high or any of that stuff. Um but there are legitimate obstacles that people face. Like just because you didn't use food as your emotional coping mechanism doesn't mean other people didn't. And doesn't mean you can judge them. Yeah, it's tough because I also think there's a certain degree of personal accountability. And I use Amberlynn Reed as an example a lot because I hate her. Amberlynn Reed is awful. She's terrible. And it has nothing to do with the fact that she's 550 pounds. Like, I don't care that she's 550 pounds. What I care about is that she's a pathetic person. Amberlynn Reed, she's a YouTuber that joined YouTube 5 years ago, 5-ish years ago. She was 375 pounds when she joined YouTube. And she wanted her channel to be about weight loss and about getting healthy and all that stuff. And in the last 5 years, she has gained 200 pounds. So not only did she not lose weight, she gained 200 pounds because she's unwilling and unable to do what she has to do. She's at 550. She claims she's not up to 600 pounds. She says that her highest weight is 550, but she hasn't shown herself on a scale in a while. But she goes through this cycle, like, right? She goes through a cycle where like she picks a fad diet that she's gonna try, and then she fails at it within like 2 days, right? So she doesn't even really give it a chance. And then she cries and wants sympathy and then does it all over again. And she's been doing it for 5 years. And she just keeps saying things like a person of my size and someone who has binge eating disorder. And she just keeps making excuses for herself. And she just keeps saying these things over and over again, which, whatever. Yeah, she definitely has a binge eating disorder. Like she does. She binges a lot. And she definitely has emotional issues. But she refuses to go to a therapist. Refuses. She will not go to a therapist. She says that she's going to a therapist, but when she talks about things that her therapist says to her, I'm like, no therapist would say that. Like, no therapist who has a 600-pound woman walk into their office would say that. Yeah, so most recently, she went on this MLM diet called Optavia or Optavia. I don't know how, she never said it right, so I don't know how it's pronounced. And it was basically they'd send you all your food, and so you would eat 5 of their fuelings, which are like muffins and soups and mac and cheese. Like it's like junk food, right? But it's like low calorie junk food, okay? So she was supposed to eat 5 of these a day and then have a lean and green meal once a day that was 7 ounces of a lean meat and 3 servings of some kind of vegetable, like a green vegetable, right? So like it wasn't, so people were like, oh, this is an MLM, like it's not good. But they were also kind of like, but maybe she won't fail at it, right? Like maybe she'll actually be able to do it. She made it a day and a half. She did it for a day and a half, right? And I was just like she has zero willpower, like none. Like she has no ability. Yeah, I like hanging out with live streams too. She has no ability to say no. And she excuses herself. Like she comes up with like all these, like she just gives herself excuses to do everything. And it's like, yeah, I sometimes give myself excuses to do things, but I like agonize over it and I like it's one of those things that like I never quite mess up that bad. Um but then I take responsibility for giving myself that excuse and being like, okay, like it's my fault. I can't do it. But she acts like and treats her binge eating as if it's a being separate from her, as if she has no responsibility and no ability to control it at all. And there's nothing she can do. She's just a complete victim to it. And on top of all of that, she made false rape accusations against an ex. She continues to dead name this particular ex because he is trans. And she insists on calling him she and her and using her previous name, his previous name. And her justification is, well, that person doesn't exist anymore. Like that person, in my mind, it was that person, not this, not him. It was this. So it's fine for me to do that. And everyone's like, no, it's not fine for you to do that. And then it turned out that these allegations were false anyway. And then she lied about her aunt cutting her off. And she just lies about everything. And she makes excuses. Bye. It was nice to talk to you. She just makes excuses. And I mean, it takes work. It takes hard work to gain 200 pounds. And she gained 80 of those pounds in less than a year. Like, that's and when she quit doing this Optavia thing, she her excuse was that it was too low calorie, right? And that a person of her size, yeah, she needs help, but she refuses to get it, right? And like the worst, like the thing that really set me off when because when I first like discovered her, I honestly just thought people were making fun of a fat girl on the internet. Like I didn't know any of this like background stuff. But she watches 600-Pound Life and makes fun of the people on that show. She says mean things about the people on that show. And she is exactly like the people on that show, except she's not willing to get help. Like, she was complaining that this Optavia plan was too low calorie, right? That 900 calories isn't enough calories for somebody of her size. It's not. But then she also was saying, yeah, she's a major hypocrite. But then she was also saying that she wasn't feeling any urges. She wasn't hungry. She wasn't feeling any binges. So she was clearly just trying to come up with an excuse to not do it because she didn't like how the food tasted. So she just wanted an excuse to get out of it, right? And her health coach, her MLM scammer health coach, like came up with a plan that she'd be eating 1,300 calories, which is honestly more like I eat 1,200 calories. I eat between 1,200 and 1,300 calories a day. And considering she's not very mobile and she doesn't do much exercise, like she needs to eat pretty low calorie to lose weight. And she was like, no, I just don't think I can do it. And so like, even though she was given a solution to her concern, that wasn't really the problem. The problem was that the food tasted gross. And a YouTuber that I watched made a point that like, if you've made it to almost 600 pounds, like you've lost the privilege of food taste, of enjoying food. Like you've enjoyed yourself up to 600 pounds. Like it's her health. Like she could die any minute. Like she talks about how she can't sleep laying down because she stops breathing. And that like she runs out of breath like immediately. She can't stand to cook. Like, but she wastes time coming up for a reason to stop doing a diet, right? Not that this was a good diet. Like it wasn't. It's not a good program. It's not. But like she couldn't even do it for 2 full days. And I just sat there and I was like, as a person that has been struggling with my own weight, but like I'm going to therapy and I'm on medication. And it's always somebody else's fault. Like it's never her fault. Like it's always someone else's fault. And because her binge eating disorder needs to be another person, she's given it its own personified form. So it's separate from her. Like she is a victim of it. Like it's not part of her own problem. So anyway, point is, people like her make me mad. I don't watch her videos on her channel because I refuse to give her money. I watch other people reacting to her videos. So I don't give her money. But like the majority of people are just frustrated with her cycle, right? Like she just does this over and over and she's been doing it for 5 years. Like it's just crazy. Hi, Vivian. You're very cute, boy, but you're still stinky. Yeah, but like when I saw her posting stuff on Twitter about, oh, it must be great to get free gastric bypass. Like it must be great to do all like, and she's completely minimizing and demeaning these people. And she's like, I would never get gastric bypass, as if like. And then one of the guys that makes commentary about her videos had gastric bypass because he was a big guy and he's been really successful. And he had to have a revision because there was like something went wrong or whatever. And she like talk crap about him and said he had gastric bypass surgery twice. And it's like, yeah, because the second time he was like gonna die because there was something wrong and they had to fix it. But like she acts like all these people, like, so her and this other Canadian foodie beauty were like, they both act like gastric bypass is so easy and it's like the easy way out and like you're cheating if you get gastric bypass. And it's like, if you're over 600 pounds, like you're gonna die. Okay. Gastric bypass is a band aid. It gives you time to learn the skills that you need to learn so that you can lose weight, right? It's a really valuable tool for people that need it. And it makes me very angry that she's such a hypocrite about, and now she's saying, well, maybe I'll get gastric bypass. Like now she's talking about how like she might need it or she might want it. And I'm like, you're not a good candidate because you have no self-control. You've never been able to lose weight on your own, ever, not even once. You've gained 200 pounds. Like no doctor in their right mind would do it. Like you can't just go get gastric bypass. Like that's not how it works. So yeah, she needs to start getting help. And I truly hope and wish that she's able to do that and get help and get better. But I don't know. Her track record is not very good. She literally will lose like 1 pound and then like gain like 20. And then she'll like lose another pound and then like gain 5. Like she's never lost weight really, like ever. Cause she can never go a day without binging. She just can't. And when you've gotten to that point, like you can't do it on your own. Like you need to get help. And she's clearly not getting it, or else she'd be doing much better than she is. But I don't have binge eating disorder. I don't really binge. Like I've stopped gaining weight at this point. I just am maintaining. So like I'm eating the calories that I need to maintain, but I need to eat under that in order to lose weight. So I haven't gained weight in like 6 years. I'm maintaining, but yeah, I just yeah, so I just really like the taste. Like so food was comforting to me because I had to feed myself when I was a kid. For portion control, absolutely get measuring cups and a kitchen scale. Measure all of your food. Weigh all of your food. Just don't compromise with yourself. You just can't, because people who are overweight, who have eaten too much, are not capable of being able to look at a portion and like know how much a portion is, right? Like, so my sense of what is a portion is completely skewed because I've been overeating like my whole life. So the only way to like really get a handle on it is to you have to measure your food. You just have to. So I have a kitchen scale and I weigh out, and so like I buy like big steaks and then cut them into my ounce portions and freeze them separately in bags so that I literally can't overeat because it's one serving is in that bag. But like absolutely get a kitchen scale, get measuring cups, measure everything. Become aware of what you're putting in your mouth, because the biggest problem I had is that when I tried to sort of do it mentally, like in my head, like I would be totally wrong. Like I would just be completely unaware of everything, of what I was actually putting in my mouth. And I use my Fitness Pal, and sometimes I'll like track my food before I eat it to see like where I'm at. And if I'm over, I'll be able to like adjust for the rest of the day. So if I know I'm going to eat out, I don't even look at the menus at restaurants. I go into my Fitness Pal and I find their menu within my Fitness Pal, and I basically choose what I'm going to eat off of that. And I don't even look at the menu anymore. And if a restaurant's not in my Fitness Pal, I don't go. But I also try to eat out a lot less now. So that should be helpful. But yeah, I mean, as far as portion control, you just have to measure everything. You can't try to do it mentally. You just can't because you're going to be wrong. And that's Amber Lynn's problem is that she doesn't measure her food. So she doesn't really know how much she's eating. So I also write on my baggie once I've measured out whatever the meat portion is, whether it be chicken or steak or something, I'll write how much it weighs on the bag so that I know exactly how many ounces that particular piece of something is. So get a kitchen scale. You can get them cheap at Target, Walmart. I think mine was like $10. Um, and a nice set of measuring cups. You're going to use them a lot, so make sure they're dishwasher safe or are pretty tough. Mine are mint because of course they are. Um, but yeah, you just have to measure everything. Yeah, I got my gallbladder taken out a couple years ago, and it's really altered my ability to eat. It's given me a lot of gastrointestinal problems. Um, and it seems to be kind of random. So like sometimes I can eat something that and it won't set me off, and then I can eat that same thing and it will totally set me off. So I really have to manage my fat intake because I don't have a gallbladder anymore. My liver has to make bile every single time I eat. And so my body's just not very good at processing and digesting fat anymore. So and for a while I was just really depressed and like I knew if I ate crummy food I was going to get sick, but I didn't care. So I've been trying to not do that anymore. So I can't a lot of people are eating keto, which keto long term can be damaging if you're not careful. Um but I can't eat true keto because that level of fat would be awful for me. So I'm just trying to eat high protein, low carb. So I'm eating a lot of spaghetti squash. I love it. It's so good. I'm eating a lot of spaghetti squash. And so is my roommate. So we have like 6 of them on our fridge ready to roast in succession. So but yeah, my best advice for portion control is getting a scale and measuring cups. Cuz I mean and honestly, like everyone should measure their food. Not just people who are trying to lose weight. Like everyone should be aware of their caloric intake. Dude, I love spaghetti. Like the fact that I can't eat pasta anymore is like the worst part. And so that's why I get spaghetti squash because it's kind of like spaghetti, but it's 28 calories for a cup and a cup is like enough. A cup is enough for me for spaghetti squash. So, it's very filling, which is good. Um And it's really easy to roast. And I just have like a Tupperware full of spaghetti squash in my fridge at any given time. So I just will measure out a cup. Yeah, it's so good. You roast it for 45 minutes with a little bit of olive oil and then you shred it out. I put it in a Tupperware and then I just portion it out throughout the week cuz I actually hate cooking. And so I try to minimize the amount of that I have to do. So I like to make big batches of things, so I just have to reheat or like just get a portion out of the freezer and make that. And steaming vegetables goes pretty fast. So usually my dinner is a 4-ounce piece of sirloin, a full serving of like broccoli or zucchini, and some spaghetti squash. That's usually what I have for dinner. Because I got really sick of chicken. I ate a lot of chicken and I got really sick of it. So I have some ground turkey and some turkey burgers now, though, so I sometimes will eat those. And I got some meatballs because I really like meatballs. But yeah. Yeah, spaghetti squash is delicious. It's so good. I love it. I'm glad I discovered it. And steamed zucchini is the bee's knees. Steamed zucchini is so good. I've been hesitant to talk more about like weight loss and like exercise and stuff because I lift. I lift and I do cardio. And I don't because I don't want my channel to be like a weight loss channel. See, grilled zucchini, I need it to not be really soggy because I feel like every time I've had grilled zucchini at like a restaurant or something, it's always really oily and soggy, and I don't like it. I like my zucchini a little bit like a little bit soft, but still kind of crunchy. But I feel like grilling it on like a grill would be really good. So maybe when I move back to Iowa, my landlord that I'm gonna be living with, I'm renting a room in my friend's house. Um, yeah, soggy, oily zucchini is gross, which is why I thought I didn't like it because that's the only kind of zucchini I'd ever had. But I frequently will just like steam it for like 3 minutes in my microwave and put a little tiny bit of sea salt on it and just eat it. But yeah, my landlord's gonna have a grill, so maybe I'll learn how to use it and grill me some zucchini in the summer. I feel like I want to do like a Google Hangout sometime so you guys can like actually like interact and talk to me too. But well, that's really cute. I have so many talented seamstress friends, and I just want to buy everything. Yeah, I think a Google Hangout would be fun. Well, so I kind of a Google Hangout would be really fun. It's one of those things where I wouldn't want to record and like I kind of want it to be a yeah, I can still really basic stuff, but like I really want like all I like want to be able to sew my own stuff because I can't wear brand blouses because my shoulders are too broad. I mean, I'm also overweight, but like my shoulders are too broad. And I really like the custom. I really like being able to like design a blouse in my head and have Glitter Tail make it for me. I'm out of water. I can't even drink that anymore. I should actually probably check out soon because I haven't eaten lunch yet. But um but yeah, a Google Hangout would be neat. It would be so nice. It would be so nice if there was a way for me to like post something because the majority of the people who follow me are only subscribed to me on YouTube. Like my Facebook and my Instagram and my Twitter don't have as many like followers slash subscribers. And so like I can't really get the word out to people that I'm doing something very well. So that's kind of poopy, but I mean that's just the nature of the beast, I guess. But yeah, like a Google Hangout would be neat. I would like post the link to my Facebook page. I would not want to post it in a place that was public though, because I wouldn't want to get flooded. So it might be one of those things where it would be, I don't know. Yeah, my Instagram is mostly just pictures of my cat and my cats and ridiculous selfies. Um, Gosh, Vivian, you're so cute, but I bet you're still stinky. I bet you're still stinky, baby. Hello, Vicky. Yeah, I don't have very many. I don't post very many Lolita pictures just because I'm really self-conscious and I don't really particularly like people taking pictures of me and I don't like taking pictures of myself. So I only have a couple up. I definitely want to get to a point where I can post more for sure. Oh, Zachary, you're so funny. Oh, that was at AI. Yeah, I mean, I have a cute face, that's for sure. Oh, I'm so sad I missed the tea. It looks so good. Yeah, I don't wear it very often because I can't fit in very many of my dresses right now, but that should be changing soonish. I'm looking through my own Instagram photos. My face is not perfect. It's quite round, and I have a double chin starting to develop. So, want to stop that from happening. I have a lot of pictures of my cat, like specifically my orange cat, because he's very photogenic. Look at him. He's so perfect. I love him. He's such a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. He won't let me pick him up though, because he's kind of a butt. He doesn't like being held. He's very big. So it's kind of hard to keep him under control when I'm trying to help. He's the sweetest. I got him. So I did film a video about getting my cats, but then I got so overwhelmed with stuff that I haven't edited it yet. Well, because both of my cats are shelter cats, and apparently that's like not something people usually do. Because I've gotten a lot of comments about how great I am for getting shelter cats and how that's so awesome of me to have gotten cats from a shelter. But yeah, both my babies are from the same shelter. And it wasn't even like a second thought for me. I just was like, oh, I need a cat or I want a cat. There's plenty of cats that need homes at this shelter. So both my cats are shelter babies, and they both have their own like interesting little personality ticks, but I wouldn't trade them for anything. I didn't I didn't go to the shelter like having a certain kind of cat in mind. Either time. In both cases they kind of picked me. So in Gil's case, he walked up to the door of his cat cage, sat down on his little boot, and looked at me and meowed, and I was like, oh, I guess he's mine now. And then Vivian, she hopped up on one of the cat shelves and then ran around and plopped down in front of me and started licking my fingers. So in both instances, there was a moment where I was like, oh, I guess these cats want to go home with me, so I'm taking them home. See, I love my babies. They're both sweet. They're both good. Vivian has been very frustrating lately because she's a moth. She eats clothing. She's left my dresses alone, so that's been fine. But she's been chewing holes in some of my pleb clothes. Oh, yes, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. This is Vivian. This is Vivian. You sweet girl. She is a former feral. That's why her ear is docked. She's a little dark docked ear. I got her when she was 9 months old. She's born in September, so she's about a year and a half now. And she's former feral, so when they initially got her and her sister and brother into the shelter, they did not want to be handled. They didn't want to be touched or anything like that. And they had so many cats. They had such an overflow of kittens that they just determined it would be a lot of time investment in those kittens to get them sociable. Yeah. So they decided they would barn foster them. So they'd basically be feral cats. So she went through her processing. She got her ear docked because this indicates that she's been fixed. They do that for feral cats so that if they're ever caught in a TNR operation, they don't give them unnecessary anesthesia or surgery. So that's why she has a little docked ear. Oh, hello, baby girl. But within a few weeks of her arriving at her barn foster, her and her siblings developed an upper respiratory infection. So they went back to the shelter for treatment. And in the process of being treated for that infection, they just got too socialized. Yeah, she's so cuddly now. She's so good. She's so snuggly. In the process of getting treated for their upper respiratory infection, they just got too socialized to go back to being barn cats. And in her case, they told me that they had to wear gloves whenever they try to handle her because she was so angry and violent. Oh, yeah? Are you going to get nippy? You're going to get nippy now? She's very playful now. Um, so they had to like wear gloves and stuff when they were trying to handle her. And now you'd never know. Yeah, now you'd never know. She's so snuggly. But she got put on the euthanasia list because she wasn't initially responding to treatment. Yeah, she doesn't actually bite me. She just kind of like puts her teeth on my hands. It doesn't actually hurt. She's also really good at not using her claws too. But sometimes when I hold her for too long and she gets antsy and she wants to be put down, she'll like maybe bite me a little harder. But she just like, yeah, so she'll like lick me and then sort of like put her teeth on my hand, but she doesn't actually bite down. She just kind of holds my skin in her mouth. But so she was put on the euthanasia list because she wasn't responding to treatment. And they called to make an appointment, and there wasn't a vet on staff that day, so they couldn't make an appointment. So they had to wait. And then the very next day, she started getting better. Are you guys fighting now? The very next day, she started getting better. So she recovered, went to the adoption floor, and then I got her. But she's very high energy. She likes to play a lot, and she's very all over the place. Like right now, they're playing. And so nobody had really adopted her because she was going to be kind of high maintenance. But I was all up for a challenge because Gil was really high maintenance when I got him initially, too. His story is also kind of sad. He was adopted and returned when he was a baby, so he kind of has attachment issues. He's fine when he's here, but like if I try to take him to like the vet or anything, he like cannot handle being separated from me. So like I can go to work, like I can leave the apartment and he's fine. Like he doesn't get emotional when I'm gone. He gets attached and emotional when I'm gone and he's in an unfamiliar place. So like I could never leave him at the vet overnight by himself because he would have an anxiety attack and they'd have to sedate him. And I don't like that at all. I don't like the thought of that at all. But hopefully he should never have to stay the night at the vet, but we'll see. He's 5, so maybe as he gets older that'll start to sort of diminish, but yeah, I got him in 2014. So I've had him for 4 years. He's 5 now. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's very big. He's big. But he's really gentle with Vivian. I was a little worried cuz she's so small and he's so big that I was worried that he would play too rough with her and hurt her. But she's fearless. She almost always instigates their fights. And no matter what he does, she just bounces right back. So well, I'm gonna go eat some food and then I have some work I have to finish up. But it's been fun. Yeah, she is kind of a typical female cat. I love her. I'm gonna go eat some food and finish up my work. But I will try to keep people posted about a possible Google Hangout. Would be fun. And feel free. Thanks. So feel free to, if you want to, you can follow me on Facebook. You can DM me. I think my DMs are open. Like if you ever want to chat, I work from home, so I'm always available. But yeah. Ooh, I think it would be fun to do a Google Hangout with like a Kamikaze Girls watch party or something. But, like, everybody would have to have it because it's not on any streaming service, which is kinda boo. Um, I'm in Michigan. I'm moving back to Iowa in June, though. That's where I'm from. But I live in Michigan right now. But I because I work from home. Is it on YouTube? I have the special edition Korean Blu-ray because 'cause I'm extra like that. Um, I lived in the UK my freshman year of high school. I lived in Grimsby in Lincolnshire. I liked it. I wanna go back. I still have friends that live there. So, like, because I can work remotely, I, like, want to like, save up some money. I wanna, like, save up some money and, like, travel. So I think it would just be really fun to, like, go to other Lolita communities and, like, go to a meet. Because I don't know. I just think it would be fun to travel and see the country, see the world, go back to England for a little bit. I also wanna go to Japan in the next couple of years, like, be an English teacher there for, as long as I can manage it, because they have universal healthcare and great food and don't have to own a car, and I hate driving. So, I will try to make, like, a video. Um, I've, like, filmed, like, 3 videos, but haven't edited any of them. I think I'm gonna refilm. I did a video talking about the history of carousels and Sugary Carnival, like, the print. I may refilm that because I didn't really like how it turned out. So, anyway, I'm gonna eat some food, probably watch some Hulu. But it's been fun. Feel free to poke me on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. I'm not scary. I like to talk. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.